In my day job, I deal every damn day with domestic violence and intimate partner violence in families. And I guess I say it in that exhausted tone because it's so much more pervasive than people think. So we talked with Machan on her show about the abusive relationship she was in and how she got herself out of it. And I really appreciate that she mentioned her own accountability because sometimes it can feel off the table to even infer that a victim of IPV holds some responsibility. Now, I want to be crystal clear. When people are abused, it is not their fault. Most of the recovery and healing from these situations comes from finding a way to finally believe that it wasn't your fault. You didn't deserve it. You didn't need to be a different person to be respected by your partner. You are truly worthy of healthy love. So, the key to leaving an abusive relationship is not to blame yourself in a way that makes you stay, but to take ownership of your decisions to help you leave. I want to say that again. It's not about blaming yourself in a way that keeps you feeling guilty and ashamed so you stay, but taking ownership of your decisions to help you leave the cycle. Now, an important caveat. It can be incredibly dangerous when you try to leave an abusive relationship. Please take precautions. Reach out to the national hotline, which is 800-799-SAFE or 800-799-7233. And don't skip all of the great safety planning steps they tell you to do in terms of covering your tracks and prepping for your departure. There's a ton of steps to take to keep you safe. And if your partner is a perpetrator, they won't change until they want to or are forced to. And probably you will not be the person to make them change, because often you're the person who they believe is a reason they're acting that way. I've worked with many perpetrators, and they tend to fall into one of three general categories. Number one, they firmly believe they have a right to put hands on you or disrespect you. You aren't a fully equal human being to them, and they can do whatever they want to you. Number two, they don't see themselves as abusers, except you trigger them. If you didn't push their buttons, they believe they would never act like that. And number three, they truly don't want to hurt you, but they can't manage their anger. So when they have hard feelings, they say they snap, black out, can't stop themselves. And of course, there's nuance to all of this. But if you're listening and you know in your heart that you physically, emotionally, or psychologically abuse your partner, I encourage you to figure out which category you lean towards so that you can hopefully get targeted help to stop. It's just that as a couples therapist, I know I see a biased sample, but still, so many people are walking around in relationships that don't include the core requirements. You should feel safe. You should feel supported. Like you have a right to some privacy. Like you have a right to share how you feel without being threatened. So ask yourself if your relationship has those core elements most of the time. And if you're a survivor of abuse and need to recover, or a perpetrator of abuse and need to recover, I hope our recent shows give you some hope. This year, we've had some great shows, most recently hearing from David and Machan about the life and relationships they now get to enjoy because of the work they put in. And that starts with finding the power to walk away from the things and people that'll keep you down. You all know I love to say that things don't change if things don't change. Well, here's another one. If you keep going the way you're going, you'll keep getting what you're getting. And that's it for me today. Please email us at the unrelatedpodcast@gmail.com if you have questions, comments, or want to be a guest.